One love, job bless. Far Nelson here, and today I'm here to talk to you about how sometimes when we grow, we also have to shrink. So when we grow, we shrink. You know, this is a common thing not only in human life, but in universal life. When plants grow, lots of times there's a lot of dead leaves and things like this we have to cut off to make room for the new growth. When we start getting older and becoming more elderly, when that age number starts getting very high, we start shrinking. When we start growing in many different ways, there's always going to be a pull, a give, a releasing of something. And we have to realize that this is okay. We have to realize this is a good thing and start looking for ways to let go of things that may be stopping us from growing. We may be holding on to certain things, thinking that if we let go of this self-limiting belief, if we let go of this mind frame, or let go of this relationship, or let go of this diet that we're on, let go of the thoughts of lack and not having enough time to do certain things. We think of this as hard. We think of this as very tough to do. When a plant is trying to grow through all these extra dead leaves and things like this, it's hard, it's tough. It takes a lot of strength, and not all the plants make it through. But when you have a helping hand, when you have someone that's able to help clear those dead leaves, those false beliefs, those beliefs of lack and limitation and not having enough, or these feelings of anger and anxiety and depression and greed, constantly wanting and never being satisfied. When you have these beliefs, there's a helping hand for us as well, and that is having faith that there's a divine source helping us when we're growing, helping us when we're shrinking, helping push us on a divine path to our best and highest self. Because when we make room for growth, we're becoming the best versions of ourselves, which is not only a blessing for us, but a blessing for all that encounter us, and all that encounter those people and encounter those people after that and after that. So it's very important for us to become the best versions of ourselves. We don't want to stay and waste this incarnation as halfway good, or, it's not about success as in society standards either. That's not what the best versions of ourselves is. The best versions of ourselves is being truly a light, being truly a spirit, living in whatever your version of complete peace and serenity is. And it's in a way that's not harming others and not harming yourself. Respecting the mother nature, respecting the people and the animals around you, and being able to live in a happy, righteous, and holy way. We have to make room for the growth. We have to let go of guilt and traumas. We have to let go of doubt and pity and suffering. We have to let go of thinking that we're in this thing all by ourselves. We should have faith that there is some type of divine source. It doesn't matter what you want to call the source, but the source is the same creation, the same creator that made this creation, that made everything that we see here, that made all things possible, that made it so that planets aren't colliding left and right all the time, right next to us. that made it so that we're able to live in such a beautiful, abundant planet. Even though we love to destroy it, it's going to be okay, because the Most High takes care of the Most High's children, and that includes Mother Earth. So even when Mother Earth has had enough, Mother Earth even does things to cleanse itself, to shrink itself. You know, sometimes Mother Earth has too much stuff going on, so Mother Earth creates a fire. Mother Earth creates a flood. Mother Earth creates the, tidal wave, a tornado. It's a natural process for things to have to be destroyed, shrunk, taken away, released, whatever you want to call it, for us to make room for growth. Certain things have to be let go of. When we are coming into our awareness, we have to humble ourselves. We have to shrink ourselves. We have to realize a lot of us have been living from ego. A lot of us have been living thinking that we are our clothes, we are our bank account, we are our nice place, we are our relationships, we are our job. Lots of us have to realize that we're not our job or our job position or our clothes or who we think that we look exactly like as a celebrity or who we idolize. We aren't these people. If it's not the Most High, if it's not idolizing being a shining light, a shining spirit at all times, we're not being our true authentic self. We can strive and be a shining light and everybody still be unique. But we are truly the same. The only reason that we think that we are different, and maybe not of course not the only reason, but the main reason why we think we are all different is because someone told us that we needed a name. Now, the Most High didn't even truly state that we needed names. I'm pretty sure Adam is more of a, how do you call it? More of a saying for man or creation or first man, Adam is I don't think there was even supposed to truly be names. If we didn't have names, if we came out and we said, oh, there's another spirit, and we would realize that we are all truly the same. We would realize that we all are truly one source. Just as a tide is to the ocean, just as the sun is to the, sunlight that we have in our houses. It's coming from the sun. The light isn't some magical light that's coming in. Yes, we have overhead lights too, but the light comes from the sun. So the light is the sun. You have the sun in your house. And the sun was created by the divine source, the Most High. So you have the divine source in your house. And you were created by the divine source. So the divine source is within you. So the divine source is always with you, always present. So why would the divine source want to experience suffering? Why would the divine source want to experience life of just lack and always needing and never having enough? If the divine source is within all things, because it created all things, then the divine source wants to experience life in all things. This is the message of life. that we are all part of the divine source. We are all part of the Creator. And the Creator is using us to deliver a message and to feel the world in many different ways, to feel life in many different ways. We are the hairs that feel the environment. We are the fur. We are the cells. We are simply a finger, part of a whole hand, and we just think we're a finger. We have to realize that this world isn't what it seems. There's lots of complexities to this world that we just have to realize that are beyond our spectrum of truly understanding. When you have faith, when you have trust that there's a divine source pushing us to our best and highest self, our best and highest growth, we allow that shrinkage to happen. We allow those things to release from our life that need to be released. When we start to become more and more aware, when we start to even build knowledge, we realize what? That we don't know as much as we thought we did. The more we learn, the less we realize we know. It's a natural part of life. There's nothing good that comes without an equal good of shrinkage, And you can let that stress you out. Oh my gosh, I realize I don't know anything. I realize that I thought this was how the universe works, and you could let it stress you out. Or you could just accept it and realize, oh, life is about to get real fun. Because having awareness means that you know what you do not know. And you're fine with knowing that you do not know that yet. And the big word there is yet, because you have a choice now to learn the information. You have a choice now to pick and choose what dead leaves you want to cut off of your beliefs. You can choose now what books you want to read to help tackle these problems you've been having. You can choose now not to repeat the same processes in life and arguments with your spouses and your loved ones that you have been having for the past many years. You can choose to break habits and addictions that you've been struggling with for many years. But it comes with that awareness. It comes with knowing that you're going to have to let go of things out of your life, let go of triggers out of your life, let go of habits and limiting self-beliefs out of your life so that you can truly grow and bloom into the person that you're supposed to become. Be ready and open for the light to truly shine, not only on you, but through you, with you, for you, and for everybody that sees you. When you see a flower in full bloom, it's not just for the flower. You're also impressed. You also feel inspired. You also want to smell it and look at it and take a picture and show people. Especially when someone gives you a flower and it's fully bloomed. So imagine if you have that same type of feeling. If you instill those same types of habits as you would to your garden. Make room for the sun to be able to truly shine on you. Let go of things that are holding you back from growing into your best self. We have to shrink things, cut things off of our life in order for us to grow into the best versions of ourselves. But it takes awareness, it takes patience, and it takes faith. Because those in-between stages sometimes look rocky, sometimes it looks rough, sometimes it looks like everything might fall apart. But just keep on cutting back those dead parts that you no longer need, those false beliefs that you no longer need, those traumas that you have no longer, that you haven't dealt with. Go ahead and deal with these things so that you no longer have to deal with them. And you no longer feel these emotions and triggers when situations that are similar come up. Build yourself up so that you have this spiritual tool belt within you so that you can use it in your outside world, so that you're able to truly continue your growth process, and nothing is going to be able to stop you. You're going to be an unstoppable force of positivity, an unstoppable force of abundance and wealth. But it takes action. It takes you doing the work, trimming the stuff off that you need to trim off, sweeping it up, throwing it away. It takes you making action, being disciplined, keep on filling yourself up. Just like with the plant, you have to water it. We have to fill ourselves up too. We have to do our spiritual practices. This is filling ourselves up. When we meditate, when we pray, when we read spiritual books to gain insight and gain knowledge and wisdom, this is building ourselves up. This is filling ourselves up. This is watering ourselves. The more that we do this is the better that we're going to feel. If we're doing this every day, we're especially going to see a difference in our life. You know, just give it 2 weeks, give it 30 days, give it 2 months. And I promise you, you'll see so much difference in your life. You'll see so many blessings appear in your life, so many miracles happen, that you won't want to ever go back to the way things used to be. You won't ever want to go back to that plant that was struggling to thrive because of all these other dead things that were blocking you. And you won't want to go to that person with that self-limiting belief, or you won't want to go back to the person that's just like everybody else in society and loving toxicity and eating whatever foods that they want to eat. Fast food societies, Babylon ways. You won't want to go back, but you have to just let yourself grow. You have to just stop being resistant to the growth that's trying to come, and cut back on the things that the Most High is trying to guide you to cut back on. Let go of, release from your life, throw away. So if you haven't, please subscribe, like, comment, share. And I really hope that you build your knowledge up. Read books every single day, you know. Read some spiritual books, read holy books. This is going to help you in your journey when you're trying to grow into the best version of yourself. Because like I said, it doesn't only bless you, it blesses others. It doesn't only help you, it helps others. You having that knowledge, you having that wisdom, of whatever wisdom you attain, it helps many more people than you could ever imagine. When someone is nice to somebody, that next person might be nice to their whole family, and their whole family might be nice to, 20, 30 different other people. You may be changing someone from who was at the very last limit, at the very emotional last drop, who needed that water that you provided, who needed that, spiritual insight and motivation and wisdom that you provided. But you're only going to be able to do that confidently if you do the work, if you meditate, if you pray, if you journal, if you read, if you just do whatever spiritual things that you want, and cut back if you need to. Just like with growing, sometimes we have to cut back. Sometimes we pick up too many things. Cut back on what you need to and focus on what you know that the Most High is guiding you to practice. But we have to be this light, It's not that we should, it's what we have to do. Because that's when we will truly feel peace. That's when we will truly feel aligned, and we'll truly feel like we're walking in our divine path. But we have to do the work and just be patient, You will feel the gratification that you feel from doing the instant gratification, fast food type of things that this society does to feel the quick highs. You'll feel that with your spiritual practice. But just stay patient, stay faithful, and trust that the Most High is guiding you to your best and highest self. One love.